No, they're watching me right now, and they're mad at me.
I was, needless to say, devastated and really shaken to my core when I first heard this news. And I spoke to all the girls personally, and I encouraged all of them, any of them who had actually been harmed, to please come forward.
She's so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me.
Oprah just can't seem to get a breather these days. Every few days, another celebrity pops up with something to say about her. And now Terrence Howard has cranked the pressure way up, alleging that Oprah quietly made millions while helping stall the careers of black artists behind the scenes. Naturally, that's reopened old conversations about her controversial all-girls school and the long-running questions surrounding it. Years ago, 50 Cent and Monique tried to sound the alarm about what Oprah was allegedly doing in the background, but most people brushed them off and labeled them bitter or unhinged. Fast forward to now, and those warnings are getting a second look. For anyone unfamiliar, Oprah's school in South Africa opened in 2007, and almost immediately it was wrapped in controversy. To start, the dorm matron, Virginia Tiny Makopo, was charged with 13 counts of SA and violent assault involving students. The charges reportedly stemmed from allegations that he was caught kissing and touching some of them. And keep in mind, this school was meant for girls from families who couldn't afford an education, meaning these students had very limited options. Oprah even flew to South Africa to publicly apologize and fire the headmistress. But that wasn't the end. Things took an even darker turn. In 2011, an infant's body was reportedly found inside a bag belonging to one of the students.
Oprah Winfrey has had a lot of controversy around her African school for girls, with huge conspiracy theories starting that these girls were going missing from Oprah's school. All of these theories started shortly after Oprah opened her school in 2007, and the matriarch of that school was charged with SA of 7 different girls. Oprah ended up offering a public apology to the parents and the children and citing her own SA incidents in this apology. But the matriarch would then be found not guilty of these crimes. But then it shocked the nation because shortly after this, Oprah's school was hit with another SA allegation. 7 students were suspended for harassing and fondling classmates. And a lot of people thought that this stemmed from the very first incident because why would these children be acting like this? And the rumors started swirling after this point because they just didn't understand how these things could happen so close to one another. And then boom, there was another investigation at Oprah's school after the body of a newborn was found in a girl's book bag.
And that still wasn't all. For years, there's been non-stop chatter that Oprah allegedly sabotaged the careers of black entertainers. According to Streets, Terrence Howard says he witnessed it firsthand. That revelation shocked a lot of people, especially since Terrence and Oprah were closely connected long before any of this drama came out. If you forgot, their link goes back to the 2013 film The Butler, where they shared a very steamy scene that had people buzzing for months. During the press run, interviewers kept bringing it up, and Terrence leaned all the way in. He openly said he loved filming the scene, claiming that touching and feeling Oprah's curves was basically a dream come true.
To be able to make out with Oprah, to have love scenes with her and those tiggle bitties. I mean, she's such a lovely, voluptuous woman. So being able to, she's very, very, very beautiful, and that was wonderful. That was wonderful.
Not everyone appreciated that kind of talk. A lot of people felt Terrence was doing way too much and reducing Oprah to her body. But surprisingly, Oprah didn't seem bothered at all. In fact, she played right along. She even joked that she wouldn't mind taking things off camera with Terrence if he was up for it.
So I would have loved to have been rolling in the sheets with Terrence. I'd like to give that a try one afternoon.
But despite all that alleged chemistry and rumors of something happening off-screen, Word is, Terrence didn't hesitate to check Oprah once he learned she was allegedly messing with black people's careers. Things really hit a nerve when she was accused of blackballing Taraji P. Henson after Taraji spoke out about being underpaid for the color purple.
Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia?
While Taraji was dealing with that fallout, 50 Cent stepped in to back her publicly. He reposted an article on Instagram and made it clear he was ready to work with her, writing, "They dropped the ball. F them, Taraji. I'm ready to work. Let's get it." And despite what some thought, 50 wasn't just being messy. He supported Taraji because he had his own complicated history with Oprah. Just like Taraji, 50 claims Oprah allegedly tried to shut him down too after he criticized her publicly. Back when 50 was first blowing up, he wasn't taken seriously the way he is now. He was labeled a thug who survived being shot 9 times. Wanting to clean up his image, he reached out to Oprah for an interview. Plus, his grandma loved Oprah, so he saw it as a win-win.
It's my grandmother's home. I came out like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, May 24th. She was bent over, actually planting flowers in the garden, and I walked over here to sit in the actual vehicle that my friend was waiting for me in, and the car pulled up. On the side of us, a guy got out the passenger seat of that car, came around behind it, and shot through the actual car.
What does it feel like to be shot? Is it a physical feeling?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much as people imagine it hurts because of your adrenaline and how the shock of what's actually going on. It hurts after.
Did you feel the first one or the 9th one?
I don't even know. I didn't know my legs were broke.
Really?
When I tried to get out the car at the hospital, both of my legs were broke. Like I broken 3 places on this side and then.
Where were you shot?
In my hands, my legs several times, like 5 times in my hands, and then in my legs, and then in my face. Yeah, so when going through that experience, when you get hurt that bad, either your fear consumes you or you become a bit insensitive. Mm-hmm. So just after...
Which one was it for you?
There was a point that I was afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah, following that, actually being shot. It was like I was afraid because everybody involved in the situation was still physically available to do the part too.
Yes.
Yeah, to just do it again. And then it was like, I got tired of, in the recovery process, I got tired of being afraid. And then the only way that I could, like, to cover those emotions were to be a little more aggressive.
And insensitive.
Yeah, and to be angry about the situation opposed to dealing with how I was actually feeling at that point. And
how were you actually feeling?
The physical part hurt, and there was confusion because
you hurt afterwards. You don't hurt for the immediate.
Yeah, after you know you're gonna be fine, it really starts hurting. You know what I mean? Like the doctor telling you you're good, then it's just really bones aching. You feel like you got a headache in your hip, your body, and then it's like, I know I'm gonna be fine, but it hurts so bad.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah. And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually shot me is dead. And the guy paid him and got life in jail.
Got life in jail. Favorite meal for him?
When he was growing up, his favorite food was pork and beans and Franks.
Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. You still like them?
Yeah. It was the fastest.
But when the idea reached Oprah, she initially turned it down. The interview eventually happened, but the tension was thick. 50 went straight for the jugular, accusing Oprah of catering to older white women and even calling her an Oreo, black on the outside, white on the inside. He said, "I think she caters to older white women. Oprah's audience is my audience's parents. I don't care about her or her show. She was against everything my music stood for, so I knew I'd never be on that platform. And honestly, that's how you know you made it. I said, if we can't be friends, let's be enemies. I'm better off having friction with her. After that, Ludacris shared his own experience. During his press run for Crash, he appeared on Oprah's show, but instead of focusing on the film, she kept pressing him about his lyrics while subtly judging his music. Many felt she was baiting him into saying something controversial to shape a negative narrative.
That she had made about, I was there for Crash, for the movie. Yeah. And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily feel like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music. Right. She was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal. And when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it. Wow. Like, was just quiet and didn't
say
that.
Then there was Dave Chappelle. Oprah allegedly took a similar approach with him after his $50 million Comedy Central deal fell apart. Rumors swirled that he was targeted behind the scenes, and when he appeared on her show, she repeatedly framed him as mentally unstable, suggesting he was exaggerating everything for attention.
Increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia attack? You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid,
But you were stressed out. That's why.
No question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane.
And of course, Monique. She's been loud about Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels allegedly blackballing her after she refused to do unpaid promo work. 50 Cent was the first major celebrity to publicly support Monique, posting her on IG and saying, "All in favor of Monique being back on top. Say, make it happen. 50." He later said he attended her stand-up show during Super Bowl weekend and was blown away. After that, he demanded that Oprah and Tyler Perry apologize, saying he was ready to put Monique back on top. According to him, their influence had damaged her career for far too long. And people also resurfaced how Oprah allegedly went hard on Toni Braxton during an interview. Toni later admitted she felt hurt, saying Oprah grilled her over minor issues just to appeal to her white audience.
She was so freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%?
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me.
I read that you were upset about stories that your overspending caused this.
She says to me, I hear you have Gucci flatware. I'm Oprah Winfrey and I don't have Gucci flatware.
First of all, I didn't know Gucci made silverware.
You ain't got Gucci flatware because you didn't want to buy it. It's not because you couldn't afford it. What do you mean? And immediately, she made me feel this big. This big.
As for Terrence Howard, he's known for keeping things private, so he didn't drag Oprah publicly. But insiders claim they had a serious blow-up behind closed doors, especially after the Taraji situation. Some whispers online even suggest Oprah could be next after Diddy. Only time will tell if that's true. Of course, the internet had plenty to say. One commenter wrote, "I'm glad Terrence is speaking up for people being blackballed by powerful figures. Proud of him and anyone who refuses to stay silent." Another added, "He's doing the right thing. God bless them all." Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Terrence Howard calling out Oprah? And do you really believe this could be the beginning of the end for her? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to click here to watch our other extremely messy video.